Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Chef Pat. The only problem is, Chef Pat isn't here. He's in China. So we're doing our very own white meal of mac and cheese and hot dogs.
We do not sponsor, and we are not sponsored by Great Value or Oscar Mayer. Unless they want to sponsor us, then I'm fine with that.
Our ingredients are macaroni and cheese, made with real cheddar cheese, and hot dog with Angus beef.
Our appliances, we of course need a pot, and we have a special debut, because instead of boiling the hot dogs, we need to do something special for the first episode on YouTube of Cooking with Chef Pat. We whipped out the Hero the hot dog steamer. It even barks when your hot dogs are ready. I cleared off an inch of dust off this thing, and I think it's ready to go. Start off by cooking our hot dogs. So what we have to do is grab the hot dogs. We have 4 hot dogs. We need 4D milliliters of water. So we can get that out. And I'm amazing. And then you just pour that in the steaming tray. And then you put the other tray right on top, and you set all 4 hot dogs in there. Now all we have to do is hook on the top and plug it in. When it's ready, it'll start barking at us.
Next, we're gonna boil 6 cups of water so we can get the macaroni going.
We're just gonna eyeball the water because no one has time to measure out 6 cups.
Plus, we are pro chefs. Don't do this at home.
Next, we just need to turn on our oven to high because we don't want to wait, and wait for our water to boil. By the time this gets to boiling, we will be ready to have our hot dogs done. Okay, now that our hot dogs are done, which is signaled by the insistent barking, we can unplug it and leave it in the steamer to keep them warm. Our water is starting to simmer, and we'll be able to cook our mac and cheese soon. Now that it's boiling, we're going to pour in our mac and cheese. And we'll make use of our time by stirring it and starting to cut our hot dogs. We need to make sure to keep stirring, and when it gets all white and foamy, remove it from the heat a little bit. We need to continuously stir. Okay, now that we have the mac and cheese cooking, we can turn down the heat a little bit so it stops boiling over as much. And I cut the hot dogs so that those are ready to be added to the mac and cheese when the mac and cheese is cooked, which we are cooking it for around 6 minutes. Since we have some free time, we might as well get out some bowls so that we're ready to plate it. Also, we need our final 2 ingredients, which is the milk and the butter, to be added to the mac and cheese when it is done boiling. Because we are cooking 2 boxes of mac and cheese, we're gonna need a full stick of butter, and we'll also need a half cup of milk. For a while, we're gonna test it and see what it's like.
Alright, good. So just grab
1.
or 2. Little chewy, still needs a bit.
Okay. So we're gonna leave it on for another 2 or 3 minutes. Now that it's pretty much cooked, we're gonna turn the heat off and let it sit for a little bit. And then get ready to strain it, but there's no reason to dirty a bunch more dishes, so we're just gonna use the lid. Okay, now we're gonna put in our stick of butter.
It is slightly warmed up, so it will be easier to stir in. And there we go.
And we also need to measure out our half a cup of milk. Need our half cup of milk. And we need to put that in the mac and cheese, along with our 2 packets of cheese. Because we are almost completely mixed, we now need to add our hot dogs. Which we'll just stir in there. This creates a perfectly balanced meal between proteins, carbs, fats, and sugars, with a lot of protein provided by the 100% Angus beef hot dogs. Not sponsored, just wish I was.
Alright, it's game time food.
Now we can plate it by adding it to our bowls. Now it is time for Eli to taste it. He's never had a classic food.
Delicious. Me. When I look you in the eyes at night, all I want to do is stop time. If you ever left me, I'd cry, because you're the only girl I want to be with. Baby girl, you're my whole world, my whole world. I'll put you on my mantle. If you ever said you're leaving me, I'd only have one thing to do, and baby girl, that's cry. 'Cause at night, when I look you in the eyes, all I want to do is stop time. Me. When I look you in the eyes at night, all I want to do is stop time. If you ever left me, I'd cry, because you're the only girl I want to be with. Baby girl, you're my whole world, my whole world. I'll put you on my mantle. If you ever said you're leaving me, I'd only have one thing to do, and baby girl, that's cry. 'Cause at night, when I look you in the eyes, all I want to do is stop time.